Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for September 14th, 2017. On Saturday, VFW Post 115 hosted a barbecue to raise funds to support the Greater Attleboro POW MIA Remembrance Committee. Committee Chair John Bouchard spoke to us about the event.
This event here this evening is just wonderful. We've done this a number of times, and it's a fundraiser for the POW MIA 9/11 Remembrance. This helps us furnish scholarships for kids, also helping veterans out. And I'd like to thank the committee, the POW MIA 9/11 committee, the Greater Attleboro Committee, for all the work that they've done. It's just amazing how we all come together and whatnot. But more importantly, we think of missing in action. We presently have 39 just from Vietnam alone. We haven't seen a return home for the past few years. We're hoping that with this new administration that they'll be able to continue on looking for those veterans that have been missing in action.
I think that the important thing is to understand that, we hear about these major events that go on in the world and we don't ever, realize that this hits home. There are Massachusetts POW MIAs that are still missing. And it's important, and John's done an excellent job. We want them to come home. They need to come home.
They have to.
Their families need to have that closure, and I think that's really important. And one of the things I find very enlightening that's happened here and very wonderful is that we have a lot of support here. We've got a lot of support from the community, and when the community has a loss, I think that's what this is all about.
Thank you to everyone who has sponsored us. Thank you for the Patriots in the Attleboro and the local communities to come together. Like this evening, we have a tremendous showing here, and we invite everyone next year to come. I would encourage that any patriot here in the Attleboro and surrounding communities that would like to come and honor the missing in action and the POWs, not only from Vietnam but from all wars. It'll be at the Veterans Triangle at Capron Park, starting at 6 p.m. This upcoming Saturday, and we look forward to seeing everyone there.
The Attleboro Council on Aging welcomed Police Chief Kyle Heagney and the Problem-Oriented Policing Unit to the Larson Senior Center for the quarterly Breakfast with the Chief yesterday. Chief Heagney spoke to us about some of the current issues seniors are facing.
We're here today at the Council on Aging for Breakfast with the Chief. This is a quarterly event at the Council on Aging. It's a fabulous idea. It allows me to get feedback and information that I might not get otherwise from this very, very important group. I prefer the less formal setting. You can have a one-on-one interaction. You get to know your neighbor, get to know the citizens, and more importantly, they get to know their chief. Instead of just reading about him in the paper or seeing him on the news and being a distant figure head in the city, I think that these type of settings are more enjoyable, and for me also. Sergeant C. Baudet, Tom Brillon and Mike Nagy composed the POP team, and they're here with us today to also speak to the seniors and gain their insight and feedback to issues that seniors deal with day in, day out. What's consistent is the scams, the fraudulent scams portrayed upon our seniors, such as the wire scams, the kidnap scams, the telephone scams, the Nigerian scams of wiring money from Western Union and what have you. But there's also local issues regarding speeding motor vehicles, crosswalks, loitering youth. So it's varied, it's dynamic, and it's diversified, but it's always interesting because as they travel throughout the community, they're the eyes and ears. So getting this feedback is so vital for us. We have anonymously reporting via our website, attleboropolice.org. They can also call anonymous hotline, or they can simply call police dispatch at 222-1212. And they can speak to a supervisor, they can speak to a dispatcher, and they can also speak to our problem-oriented policing team with Sergeant Baudet. So if they have a personal matter or they want to stay anonymous, we can absolutely respect that. So we're in the business of problem solving. If they have a problem, we certainly want to solve it and get to the root cause of it.
That's it for today's update. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.